Hello, everyone. Well, those who haven't shown up yet. Hello, everyone. Well, I want to clear the air on some things. Some criticisms at late. I'm not going to say who's been criticizing me or the way I run my channel, but I think it's necessary to clear the air on it and let people know the reason I do the things that I do. Some of my critics. So I'm addressing my critics here. Some of the criticisms they have of me, and I'm always willing to take criticism, constructive criticism. So I'm going to wait till everybody comes in, and I'm going to talk about this. Anyway, in the meantime, I'll talk about my strobe light. I did another, you could say, oh, thank you, Nomad. Probably gonna get a haircut soon, so maybe a little trimming of the beard, around the sides a little bit, Anyway. Okay, there's some things I need to clear the air on. Okay, I have some critics, and I'm not going to say who they are, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it on the stream. I guess I can start now, even though we got 2 viewers. 2 likes. I'm liking it. All right. Okay. Now, I've been told that I can be very rude to new people coming in. Now, there are 2 reasons that this happens, that I almost berate any newcomers in the stream. How you doing, Joseph? Now, I've been told that I can be a little rude and a little berating to new people in the stream. I'm going to explain the reasons why I do come off as this. Man? I don't intentionally try to do this, but you have to understand 2 things. Number 1, I have mild autism. Okay? I have mild autism. Now, if you don't understand autism, you'll think I'm rude. But it is not my intention to be rude at all. But most people don't understand autistic people. And there's always miscommunications, misunderstandings, So, yes, there was one incident I thought I was a little too rude, and I apologize for that one. Once I realized I was being rude. But at the same time, as for berating, you could probably mistake that for the people that came to the stream and they felt berated. Let me explain it to you. I have mild autism. Mild autism can sometimes be misunderstood for rudeness. I don't mean it to be, but when you have mild autism, you do come off as rude sometimes, but you're not. You're not trying to be, and this is why I wanted people to understand what it's like to be kind of like mildly autistic, because they don't understand it. I'm just less emotional about. I would just explain something in a less emotional way than, let's say, a normal person would. I'm more honest, and autistic people are very honest people. That's probably we don't have it. It's probably what you consider rude. Another thing, another caveat to this, to basically the criticism, of at least this one. Another caveat to this to this criticism to this criticism. Well, I'm dealing with a lot of trolls, hardcore trolls, who come on my stream and start trouble. And if I give them an inch, they will take a mile. You know, that's how it is. How you doing? And these trolls, they don't. You got to basically nip them in the bud before they start. And a lot of times, to make sure you're not a troll, I have to basically, with my moderation team, basically vet you to make sure you're not a troll. There's a lot of vetting that goes on. Thank you. There's a lot of vetting that goes on because of the trolling, the intense trolling. You may consider that being rude, but I consider that vetting newcomers. I'll tell you this, okay? I'm not berating you, but I need to let you know the rules. No blasphemy, no vulgar language, no disrespect, and no underage people. If you stick to those rules, you'll be fine. Mimi, I'm just letting you know. I do have to vet new people, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm letting everyone know. Now, number one, on this caveat, I do have mild autism, and that can sometimes be mistaken for being rude. It is not. Thank you, Camo Campo. Another thing is I'm dealing with a lot of hardcore trolls that come on this stream, and I can't give them 1 inch. I got to vet everybody who comes in here. Because of that, the trolls want to come in. They want to start trouble. I have to vet them. So new people have to be vetted for trolls. I got a moderation team that does that. They vet your channel. They make sure that you're not a troll channel. They make sure that you're of legal age. And that brings me to another criticism that has been told me by some of my critics, is that why do I have a rule that excludes minors from coming into my stream? Well, let me explain to you if you don't really understand it. In America, we have something called the EMBRA Act. If you don't know what that is, it's a recent law that was put in place, a recent federal law, okay, for those people who don't live in America. The federal law basically has very strong restrictions on talking to minors online. So, I do that for my own safety. Okay? So, you might live in another country where you don't have to follow certain law, but I do. If that comes off as rude, so be it. You should look up EMBRA. IMBRA. Basically, the internet has to comply with the EMBRA Act. YouTube is under the EMBRA Act. I had to make a choice. I used to make my channel open up for everybody, because it's an outdoor kind of Christian channel, and even kids liked it. But I had to make a choice. And most of my audience was adults anyway. So I decided to go with adults and not basically make this a kids channel. You know, I had to basically block a few people too, a few kids that liked my content, but had no other choice. Thank you, Out in the Wire. So I want to clear the air on these things. Number one, I'm mildly autistic, so you may think I'm being rude, but I'm not trying to be. It's just how I am. It's never meant to do. It's never meant to be rude. Another reason I am so steadfast on this stream is because it's because there's trolls out there. And they come to the stream, and if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So I have to vet everybody. Any new people come in, they're vetted by my moderation team and myself. Okay? So I have to. It may sound like I'm berating you. No, I'm vetting you to make sure you're not a troll. How you doing, Cindy? I'm glad it. And for those who think that I just have this no minors rule in my stream for no reason, you should look up the EMBRA Act in the United States. Okay, IMBRA. I do that for legal reasons. You know, legalities. So, if you have any questions, I'll tell you right now. I'm sorry to come down on this, but I have to address these criticisms. And I will. So, anybody has any questions? I'll answer it. But those are the reasons why I do what I do. All right. Thank you, Out in the Wire. So let us rock with swords in the air. Thank you, Early Riser. I'm glad you like it. Well, I want to trim it around the sides, of course. Yeah. I'm not going to have it like a wizened beard. I do like it this way. It's very nice. It needs to be trimmed a little bit, but as you can see, it's a little. It needs to. It's a little wild. I gotta. Well, I'm gonna get down probably next month, I guess. You know, no, next week, a couple weeks from now, and I'll get it trimmed. I'll let it grow out just a little bit more, and get it trimmed a little bit more. You know, get it trimmed. You know, bro, and that with a little haircut around the side. You know. But not too much because it's winter time, you know. I did on Instagram. There was a picture of it was foggy today. Early in the morning, it was really foggy. And it was really foggy. And Oh man, it was really weird. It was one of those like almost Twilight Zone mornings. I had to go to work. When I came back, I was able to snap a picture of it during the day, like the fog. I mean, it was still foggy when I came back, so I snapped a really good picture of that. I put it on Instagram. I call it a foggy road, you know. And yeah, I put that on Instagram. I might put it on YouTube. It's the picture of a foggy road. It was a really cool picture too. I mean, I snapped it and everything, and really cool picture. And now on the front, I've been doing these shorts on this new strobe light slash disco ball. And that's what it was called, disco ball. I'm starting to think it's not going to work as a straight up strobe light. It doesn't give me the strobe light effect, like that feeling of disorientation that I felt in other strobe lights. So so I decided to add it as just basically, but I turned lemons into lemonade, mind you. I set it up. It's already up. So what I got in mind is I'm going to get I got another. I got like an actual a strobe light, like box strobe light, same size, remote control, same kind of plug-in system, except it's an actual strobe light, and it's got a remote control with it. And so what I'll add it. I'll put the actual. I'm going to test out the box strobe light. I'll get it later, and it'll be a compendium with lasers and strobes together, with an actual strobe light, connected to the sticking to the wall, and you know, and that's all I got for now. Now, trust me, I don't mean to be rude most of the time. I'm not trying to be. It's not my goal to be rude to anybody. I try to be as polite as possible. Um, but the thing is that you have to understand autism to understand me, okay? And I have mild autism, so it's not easy. So the way I respond to people isn't going to be like everyone else would respond. It's going to be honest. It's going to be concise. But I think that's why you're here. Because I don't lie to you. The best thing about having autism is that you just don't really care about telling people sweet little lies, for the sake of politeness. You sacrifice the truth. And for what? So you don't hurt somebody's feelings? The truth is never polite. The truth is never going to taste good. It's never a tasty treat, okay? Now a lie is a very sugary sweet taste. The truth, well, it tastes like bitter medicine. And that's why you come here. Yeah. I always say this, I'll never tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. That's been my philosophy for a very long time. I will never tell you what you want to hear. I will always tell you what you need to hear. Because I care. People will lie to you and kiss your ass all the time and never tell you the truth until the truth bangs you in the head. Uh, well, not really. Well, I'll tell you this. It was a good test. I was testing it, and I don't think it's going to be work as the main kind of strobe light. It's not going to work that, but I have something else in mind, um, and I'll get it later. Something else that has the same kind of setup, but it's an actual strobe light. It's about this size. It's a box. It looks like an actual. It's remote controlled. Um, I'll test it out until I find the right one. These are really cheap to get anyway, so until I find the right one that's going to basically give you that strobe light effect. And what is the strobe light effect? That's that feeling of basically um, having your of being like having your I've had that strobe light effect before many times. I've had an old school strobe light. It's basically the feeling of basically not being able of the flicker is basically you have to walk slowly during the flicker because it basically kind of when it comes to humans it basically a strobe light um, it basically disrupts human coordination, and that's a good thing if you're dealing with intruders. So you live and learn, and you turn lemons into lemonade. Okay, this is always a good added laser addition to the strobe light. I'm going to put the strobe light a little higher and put that one closer to the bottom. You know what I mean? See, lemons into lemonade. Not exactly dizzy. No, no, not exactly dizzy. No, it just it basically it takes your hand-eye coordination. It takes your hand-eye. It basically slows down your hand-eye coordination. That's what a good strobe light does. It disorients your hand-eye coordination. You're not dizzy necessarily, but your hand-eye coordination is limited. I'll do that in the video, Kama Kampa. But I got it set up. I got set up really nice. I put some sticky hooks on the extension cord just to make sure the extension cord is not flopping around. So I have it set up on sticky hooks around the extension cord. So yeah, I got it pretty well set up. And I have a two-way. That's a good one, Canva. And guess what? I have a two-way. Now I did test this remote comes with a flash. I tested the flash volume control, like how the speed you can increase the speed of the flash with this remote, but I tested to the maximum and it just wasn't doing it. It wasn't doing it. I tested it on myself. It's okay, Kampa. The point is that it has potential, but it cannot stand alone. I'll put it this way: it can't stand alone. So I have another thing in mind that's an actual strobe light. It's about this size. It's remote control, just like this. And and I'm going to put a little higher on my a little higher around that on in my on a little higher on top of me. I'll put the strobe a little higher on top on my thing on my staircase. You know what I mean? Because well, uh, because I'm gonna put a little higher on my staircase, because that's where I want to put the strobe in the first place. Now, why do I want to put the strobe there? Well, I'll tell you why. Um, I want to put the strobe there around the staircase for one reason. Basically, it gives me time in case someone breaks in my house from coming up to the stairs. You know what I mean? And I can do something. You know what I mean? By activating that simple strobe light. It and that's what a strobe light does. It basically disorients your ability to have it. Disorients your hand-eye coordination. Or your ability to move. So when you're in a strobe light, and I've been in one, you're not going to be as fast because you can barely see your own hands. You know what I mean? They're flashing. You know what I mean? That's what a strobe light does, and that's what I'm planning on. So it's not done yet. I think this was a great, compendium to the real strobe light, but we all turn lemons into lemonade. Oh, that being said, I'm gonna have a great Christmas with my family. And do a lot of good things. I want to spend some time with friends. And, I want to do a lot of things. I want to start living life. I hope I explained what a strobe light can do to coordination. Oh, I got 10 likes. I'm liking that. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Okay, well, we need something new. Um, uh, just been doing a lot of work. Oh boy, I didn't know that, Angelique. Well, I'm sure one of my moderators didn't do it. I already had it. Turkey, noodles, veggie chips, veggie straws. Yeah, I probably was. I was just if you were watching, I hope you were. I was just clearing the air on some things that some of my critics have been saying about me, and I'm willing to listen to constructive criticism. But, however, I don't think they understand, what I'm going through. You know what I mean? And the fact that I'm not like a normal person, you know, and they really don't understand autism. So I think that's and a lot of some of the things that autistic people do can be misconstrued as being rude, but it's far from it. I'm just recapping it to you, and of course, I've also been criticized because I don't let minors on my stream, and I told them about the Ember laws, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Yeah, it's YouTube. Anyway, this moist weather has really kicked up my allergies. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting, as you can see, I'm nasally. Yeah, rainy and moist weather seem to kick up my allergies pretty bad. It's nice to hear from you, Richard. But overall, it's got potential. I'll tell you this: these simple little remotes. Oh, spending time with family, Angelique. I might not show it on these streams. I don't show my family most of the time on YouTube or my streams. I just don't do that because I do keep that life private. Um, but I have a family. I don't have like a wife or kids or nothing, but I have, people that care about me, um, people that I'm close to, you know, and people that I love. And I'm just preparing for Christmas with those people. Thank you, Kama Kampa. Thank you, Angelique. I'm not just saying that to you. I'm saying that to a lot of other people. I mean, we're all human. We all make mistakes. You know. Yeah, this moist weather. But I would say it's like 50 degrees out there, which is pretty good. I mean, the weather's been pretty good. I mean, I didn't have to wear gloves or nothing this morning. Oh man. I mean, all I had to wear was like a hoodie or something. That was it. Oh, I have a lot of things on my wish list. Nancy. I'll maybe I might put up like a whole list of things that are on my wish list. Maybe I might do a video about that. Who knows? Sounds like a good idea. I did have a birthday after all. Sorry to hear about your nephew, man. Sorry to hear about that. It's not easy being autistic. I mean, sometimes it can be really hard, and some of us don't make it. That's a good thing to get. Good stockings. Oh, a car accident. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, socks are good. I do like socks. All right. Let's talk about some things. Let's bring the slingshot. Well, I'm glad I cleared the air on this stream. Let's see. I would like a uh there's this the most powerful piston air rifle in the world. Oh, that bad boy with a nice scope. Oh, could probably put a hole through a deer. Oh man, I like that. I love a good single shot, you know. I become very accurate. Good for you, Angelique. Or if I can't get that, I would like a if I couldn't get that, I would like a oh yeah, I love that. I would like a mini striker. Definitely. A mini striker. All right. Well, I think that answers the question. You know, so, but yeah, that's what I would want for Christmas. You know what I also want for Christmas? A redhead with big boobs. Short too. I like my women short, so I like a short redhead with big boobs. Well, I don't think the piston air rifle is that expensive. Maybe the redhead. Maybe I'm just pie in the sky on the redhead. She'd cost me an arm and a leg. I'm glad you like it. Gamma Gampa. I got 11 thumbs up. Hello, Angel. Well, shoot. You probably said something vulgar and okay. Luis, you got to go. It's either the trolls. Luis, my moderators, you got to go. Oh, there ain't no Sawe. Ain't no mommy please when you're shooting the breeze. Thank you, Richard. People want it's just a stupid kid, probably. You know, if it wasn't, it was probably more pathetic if it was some 20-year-old man. You know what I mean? Grow the hell up. I'd say. That's how you can spot a troll channel. And I really encourage my moderators to check these channels. Vet them, vet them, vet them. If there is no content on these channels, it's suspect. Now, I encourage my moderators, and this one will say, always check the channels and let me know if they're legit. You know what I mean? If they have no videos on them, they're suspect. If they're like Luis, so it's just an L, you know what I mean? And there's no, like, how can I say, no avatar? There's something wrong there. Yeah. Trolls have no content on their channels, so content lets me know that you are legit, and not a troll. But yeah, you get the point, Nancy. You get it. See, you see what I have to deal with here? You see what I have to deal with? And you wonder why I can't give them an inch? You wonder why I come off as rude? Look at what I'm dealing with. Can you understand my perspective here? You understand why I'm very standoffish? I have to get rid of. I have to basically vet people and make sure these people don't come into my channel. It may come off as rude, but I have to do this to keep the trolls out. Yeah, I have to be a hard ass to keep the trolls out. I've learned that. If it wasn't for the trolls, I wouldn't have to be such a hard ass. You know what I mean? But that's how it works. So if you want to blame anyone, don't blame me for the reason why I come off as rude. Blame the trolls. I'm not saying it's the complete reason why I come off as rude, but it's one of the major reasons why I come off as rude because I have to deal with trolls and I have to vet new people coming in. New people are potential trolls. You know, that's how it is. So the people understand that a lot of times I could be less of a hard ass if it wasn't for the trolls. You know, but the trolls won't leave me alone. They won't leave my channel alone. Every time I stream, they feel a need to come and pay me a visit on Discord. And by the way, there's a lot of fat people bigger than me on Discord. A lot of you trolls are pretty fat from what I've heard. Discord trolls. Okay. So if anyone wants to ask me why I'm such a hard ass on this stream, well, you can blame the trolls for that. I can't give them 1 inch. Otherwise, they will take a mile. That being said, I encourage my moderators to start checking channels, letting me know if they got content on it or not. So for now on, I'm going to have a vetting channel. I want all channels to be vetted in case they're minors and in case they have no content on them. That is a good sign they have troll. That's a good sign that they're trolls. So if you could do me a favor, moderators, always check their channels. No, man. To see if they are minors or they have no content on the channel. So that's a new policy. Vet the channels that come in, and things will be a lot easier if that happens. I won't have to be such a hard ass. You know. Thanks, Kama Kampa. You win. Be such a hard ass. All right. All right, all right. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see. I'll go for my hillbilly look. Do I look like a better hillbilly now? All right. Well, I think it's time. I've had a nice stream. I've cleared the air. And I've made some updates about things projects I'm working on. Um, uh, Thank you, Kama Kampa. I should do a new picture. That's what I should do, like a new picture of my beard and everything. Thank you, Nancy Drew. It's been just remember, I encourage my moderators to start looking at channels a little bit more, checking for minors and channels without content. You know, channels without content are are usually troll channels. You know, more of them get vetted, if more of them are kicked off the platform a little bit quicker. I think it's going to be a lot more smoother to vet, to bring in the people who actually want to have a good time. And I wouldn't have to be so much of a bouncer. Yeah. Okay. All right. God bless everybody. And God bless my enemies. I pray that they change. I pray for the trolls too. And amen.